let's do this thing. Hi, I'm Hendey. Today we're going to be talking about some of the basic rhythms of Celtic music. I do live in Boston. I am wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Yes, it is 40 degrees outside. And no, I do not care. I think this is going to be just so much fun, and I'm really excited to talk about some of these rhythms with you all today.
Listen and receive my secret knowledge.
Okay, so the first thing to understand about traditional Celtic music is that it's meant for dancing. Social dancing is a living folk tradition that brings people together, and good music is one of those things that can really take a fun ceilidh to the next level. People use a lot of different words to describe Celtic music and Celtic tunes. You've got reels, jigs, strathspeys, hornpipes, slip jigs, polkas, waltzes, jigs, and the list is just goes on and on. But each of these names has a traditional dance that's associated with it. So the rhythms of these tunes reflect and accentuate the rhythms of the dances that they accompany. We're going to learn about a couple of the rhythms of two of the most popular of these tune types, the reel and the jig. The reel has a very familiar rhythm, and that's because it's a duple meter. Good old 4/4. That's the predominant rhythm of contemporary pop music. So if you wrote it out, each musical phrase has 4 beats, and the emphasis usually goes on beats 1 and 3. Super cool. But that's all a little bit technical. If you wanted to, you could really understand the basic rhythm of a reel by speaking it out like this. Chicken, 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 chicken. Now, I said that reels are in 4/4, and that is how most people transcribe reels, but we really feel the rhythm of a reel as something almost more like 2/2. But who cares what sheet music says? When you hear a musician count off a reel, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're actually counting the half notes. When you count to 4 in a reel feel, you're actually counting 2 bars of music. And what we're doing here is we're feeling the big beat of the music. It's like a pulsing heartbeat that just drives the tune forward. So what makes a jig different? The big beat is what dancers are paying attention to when they fly across the room. The big beat is what an audience is clapping along with when they're cheering on their favorite band. But it's what happens in between those big beats that really makes the difference. I think that the jig is perhaps the most recognizable Celtic music rhythm. It's usually written out in 6/8, so each phrase has 6 beats, and those are divided into 2 groups of 3. Put the emphasis on beats 1 and 4. This is getting a little bit complicated. Just think of it like this. Pelican, 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 pelican. So you can still feel that big beat, but the subdivisions are different now. And that's really the main difference between a reel and a jig. The repertoire of Celtic music is always expanding, and that's because it's a living, growing tradition. Musicians might learn tunes from other traditional folk musics, or even write new tunes of their own. And they share these tunes with their friends and their audiences. So we can encounter some really fun, interesting rhythms in Celtic music. Some people might even call them odd meters. 10/8, 11/8. I really like 5/4 as well. One of my favorite time signatures is 7/8. It has this lovely energy to it. It's like half reel and half jig. Now all these numbers, it might sound a little bit unfamiliar or intimidating, but here's a trick. Just break it down into 2s and 3s. So for example, 7/8 is 2 groups of 2 and then 1 group of 3. Chicken, chicken, pelican, chicken, chicken, pelican. There are just so many wonderful melodies and rhythms in the Celtic repertoire, and I hope that this little guide can help get you off to a running start. So on behalf of the Community Music School of Santa Cruz, I just want to thank you all so much for sharing your time with us. Have fun making music, and I'll see you at the session.